I'm Stewart Stevenson and I'm the SNP member for Banff-Buchan. I am 60 years old and I spent most of my working career in computers for the Bank of Scotland, but for the last 6 years I've been here in Parliament and I'm thoroughly enjoying the experience. I come from quite a political family who for many generations have been interested in the whole subject. For my own part, I joined the SNP at the age of 15 in 1961, but I've always worked as an activist supporting the electoral efforts of others. So my standing for Parliament was entirely a result of a couple of pals coming and persuading me that this is something I should do. And I can tell you the exact time of that persuasion was 8:15 on the 9th of September 1997, which was as the vote to establish this Parliament was coming to its conclusion, and I was standing outside a polling station. My key job for 30 years was to work for the Bank of Scotland as a computery person in a variety of different roles. I ended my career with the Bank of Scotland as the Director of Technology Innovation. I've also done a number of other things in other parts of my life as a student, which a water bailiff, working in a psychiatric hospital, which I think have been useful to augment what might otherwise have been a narrow specialism. Banff-Buchan is in the northeast of Scotland. It's a place with fiercely independent people. Many of them work away from home in the fishing industry and in the oil industry in many parts of the world. And historically, that has always been the case. They're entrepreneurial, they have their own language, they have a very strong sense of self. We have farming as well as fishing, and we have many significant engineering industries. And if you buy food in a supermarket anywhere, you will be seeing the products of that fine part of the country on the shelves of that supermarket. I read a lot, I write a bit, sometimes a bit of poetry, but it's not of a standard for publication. But photography is something I've gone back to because parliamentary duties don't give you a huge amount of time and you can kind of fit that in. Private flying is something which I used to do a great deal more of than I now do. I'd like to do more, but as a minister in the government as I am at this moment, that seems a little unlikely. I would like to sit down to dinner at somebody I met on a single occasion in 1972 in York. She is now deceased, and she was Rear Admiral Grace Hopper. She was an American Navy admiral, and she really was the person who laid the foundations for modern computer programming. She invented the term bug when a moth got trapped between the electromechanical contacts of a very early computer in 1944. A person whose career spanned many generations, who was invited back to work on 3 separate occasions and died in harness as a computer consultant at the age of 86. She would be an absolutely fascinating dinner companion.